Hey everybody. Well, I lost the audio for this match. I have the other ones, but I'm just gonna kind of summarize what's going on during this round, just by talking to you. So hopefully it works out. So our hand looks good. We won the die roll, so we're gonna play first, and let's get going. All right, let's see. Wait for our opponent. See if our opponent can roll again. Nope. Okay. Well, we lead with our forest, obviously. Pass turn. So nothing much. No, no second green source. Just play land and pass. Obviously, drawing a second green source is going to be pretty important in this game, but we have a while to get it. Well, there's our late game card, so now we kind of want to draw some lands, even if they are just red lands. Okay, a corpse hauler. Well, I think that's good enough that we flames. Uh, that's awkward. Well, let's see if we can get more value. I think because corpse hauler is not that important of a target, and 2 damage is nothing, and we want to make the game go as long as possible. So if we can get a little bit more value out of it. Well, we drew a land, but unfortunately it was not the land that we exactly wanted. We could leave Wild Ricochet open, but I think it's probably better to just Flames here. We just want to make the game go long. If he didn't have a 4-drop, we're not under a ton of pressure, so we can just make this game go long. Altars Reap, whoa. Well, that is not as good for us as it could have been. It wasn't exactly a blowout, but it was pretty darn good. So now he's up a few cards on us, and we're still hurting for that green source, but if we draw a land, we can Primeval Bounty. We're definitely not out of the game. We got a long way to go. I guess we get a Root Walla. Can't block with it, but we can definitely hold off on it. A Shock, that's awkward. Well, looks like we're going to be taking 3. Alright. Yep. It's 3 damage still isn't that much pressure. Oh, he's got a follow up. Let's see what he's got. 7 is a good deal of pressure. Now we really need to. No, well, Mind Spark is not terribly bad. I mean, it blanks the Minotaur, the Canyon Minotaur. That is not the zombie Minotaur thing. But we are hurting for lands, which is a little unfortunate. We're just gonna take 4 here. Curse Spirit. Oh, we're gonna have to find some removal for it. And a Blood Baron. Jeez. Well, we drew a Shock, so we can definitely just get rid of that Curse Spirit right now. But no reason to do that at instant speed. There's not many pump spells in black. Although it is notable that we probably should have done it. Yeah, we probably should have done it. Because he can just sack to Blood Baron and get a ginormous Blood Baron here. What's he's casting? Oh, this is good. Oh boy, we are just gonna get a blowout here. So we're gonna get to Chandra's Outrage a ton of stuff. Okay, I think the Minotaur because we can't hit it with a shock. And then yeah, and then in response we can hit the Blood Baron. Oh dang it, I messed that up. Shoot. My bad. Misclick. Misclick. I hate it when I misclick, you know? Well, we're still not in that bad of a situation. Misclick. Oopsies. But now I guess we get to take some damage. Why didn't... That's weird. I should have blocked with Mind Sparker. Shock and then first strike it? That doesn't make any sense. I'm playing very fast and loose. Another accursed spirit, okay. Well, we have a shock to deal with that. Giant Growth's not a bad draw. I don't think it's time for us to get aggressive yet, though. Hmm. Still waiting on a second green source or our land. And it looks like our opponent's flooded out. Even though he drew so many cards, we kind of blew him out with that wild ricochet. Ooh, that's a good draw. Here's our young Pyromancer, and we've got an instant in our hand to make it get some value, so that's always good. I think now we actually attack with Mindsparker, because if we want to, we can Giant Growth through his guys and get a token, so we're not really worried about blocks. Yep, he takes it. So even though we have been strapped for green mana, our deck is really pulling through. Once again, this is really showcasing the power of Wild Ricochet. I think it's actually pretty undervalued. Oh, there's our second green. So now we're cooking with gas. But now it's, do we play the Primeval Bounty or do we play something else? I think we probably play a Baloth here because we want to leave open some mana and we'd rather just get a dude on the board. As soon as we get enough dudes to really have stabilized, then I think we're fine. So we're telegraphing our trick a little bit by attacking with Mindsparker. We did give up some damage by not attacking, but I don't think it's a huge blunder. Yep, well, opponent conceded, so that's good. So let's go to our sideboard. I think our deck is pretty well suited against him. I don't think we want anything else really. Doesn't look like anything. Here we are in game 2, and I believe we're on the draw. But we've got 2 green, 2 red, 4 lands. And so it's a reasonable hand. We're pretty happy with it, especially on the draw. And that was a good draw. So that really gives us the ability to hit our late drops with Pitchburn and Howl. Obviously, our game plan is going to be to Howl for a ton and close out the game that way. Well, that was a good draw too. We're definitely drawing live, although we're not really ramping into anything particularly. I guess a turn for Pitchburn. Okay, well, we aren't particularly unhappy that he used the shock there because we aren't really ramping that hard. If we had a 4-drop, then it would have been pretty bad for us, but luckily that is not the case. So I think we just flames that. We don't want him to get card advantage out of his Academy Raider. Well, I guess card selection, but it's close enough. So I think it's good enough that we flames it, even though we're not really getting the best value. Looting is a powerful ability, and he's down to 4 cards, so just getting rid of his looters where we want to be. Hits his land drop and plays a Blood Baron. Okay, Blood Baron is not too concerning. Oh, we got a Pyro and some instants and sorceries to get some dudes out of it, so we are definitely happy with that. Obviously, active treason is not very good for us here, but what can you do? Let's see what he does. Obviously, we'll Giant Growth our Pyromancer if he swings in with a Blood Baron. No, he does not want to trade. Well, we did not hit our land drop, but we will send in, because if he wants to block, we will definitely Giant Growth. Alright, just takes 2, and then we'll play our 4/4. Active Treason is a little rough here, but it's not anything too backbreaking for us. If he does end up having it. I mean, he's black-red, so he's probably that deck. Yep, okay, well, there's the Active Treason I called. So he gets in for 6. But he doesn't really have anything else besides that, so it's not as worrying as it otherwise would be. It's not as much of a blowout as it could be. Oh, okay, there's our 5th land. So I think we play... It's either Spore Mound or Pitchburn Devils. I think we play Spore Mound first because if he does Active Treason again, we don't want him to get extra value and just blow us out with the Devils, because if he sacks it, then he gets another one of our creatures. While if he takes Spore Mount, he just gets a 3/3 and maybe a 1/1 if he plays a land. So we're not as as devastated if he took our Pitchburn Devils. An outrage, okay. He really doesn't like that card. Alrighty. So, despite we are at a reasonably low life total, but we're still not anywhere near dead. Uh, we can either play Pitchburn Devils or just Geyser that Blood Baron. I think we want a Geyser, but let's see what Past Me does. Yeah, Past Me's on the Geyser plan. It is notable to do it on our turn when he's tapped out, but if he casts a creature, we can do it in response. So we're not sacrificing too much, especially in red-black colors. Alright, well, we're just going to go ahead and Geyser here. And we get a 1/1. Make sure I tap all my mana right. We get a 1/1. Yay! So Pyromancer has officially given us value. Alright, Blood Baron down. And he has a follow-up. Life Bane Zombie. Luckily for us, we have no green or white creatures. Though he does get to see our hand. So he will know to play around the Giant Growth for like the entire rest of the game. Alright. Ooh, a shock. That was a good draw. So I think we just shock the Life Bane Zombie, then swing in. Seems to be the best route to me. Either that or cast a Pitchburn Devils. Okay. Let's see what he does. Yep. So our Pyromancer is now giving us a lot of value. We've gotten 4 power out of him for 2 mana. Seems pretty good. Just swing in there. This must be the guy who took the outrages we passed. Still have Giant Growth up to protect our Pyromancer, or to block with an Elemental. Ew, Molten Rebirth. And he won the flip. Ugh. Okay, I've played against Wild Rebirth 3 times now, and 2 times, like, he just won the flip so many times in a row that he just made, like, infinite 1/1 tokens. And then the other time he flipped it once and lost, and it was really bad. So, Molten Rebirth is one of those cards where it can be either really good or really bad. So we'll just trade 1/1 tokens here. These tokens were essentially free to us, so we might as well just throw them away. Plus, it'll free us up to attack with our Pitchburn Devils next turn, because he's going to Molten Rebirth again. I think that was a little bit of a mistake on his part, because I would rather cash in those. He won the flip again. Oh my goodness. See, now he's just gotten a lot of value out of those. Although, our opponent is stuck on 4 land. So I guess we jam our Balos. And we'll swing in. Win all the flips. I think, yeah, our Pyromancer's gotten its value already. We're not particularly worried about trading it, and we'd rather save the Giant Growth to save a Baloth from like an outrage or something. Because 4 toughness is the crucial number. Well, he's gonna do it again. Oh, he finally lost the flip. Okay. Maybe I jinxed him by saying that. Oh well. Well, we drew another 4/4, which is definitely good for us. So we're just gonna swing in here. He doesn't have much time left on his. He doesn't have much time left at all. He's got to draw land and some answers. So now we got 11 points of power on the board. And we can do 10 if he has just 1 blocker. So I think we just win here. Yep. Alright, we won the match, and I will see you for round 2.